Okay, we're back up. Setting this... I've managed to unmount the disk because it cannot boot from the map disk. If it tries, the emulator locks up. Yeah. I switched it back to OSB instead of XLXE. I'll reattach the 7 Cities of Gold disk, the actual program disk. Reboot. Okay, so far so good. Start to play the game. Switch to the map disk. So attach disk. Yeah, I renamed my disk file so that it wouldn't try to load from that. Because I'm not sure how to change what disks are loaded without the emulator actually running. And of course, if the emulator is running, then it's trying to load from the disk and it freezes up and you get that error thing. And there should be a command in the command prompt that comes up to let you detach the disk, but as far as I can tell, there isn't. So yeah, I may have to look that up for future reference. Yeah, let's try this again. And everything was fine in town, but when I got out into the wild, it started acting funny. What did I do, like 80, I think? Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, as I was saying, I think I want fewer men and more goods so I can trade, get plenty of supplies out in the field. Okay. And we're off and sailing again. This is the same world, so everything will be in the same place. If I just sail west, there will be land here and a village slightly to the north. Actually, let's go slightly to the north first. I think it was about here. So while you are sailing, you press the direction, press the joystick button that will lock in your course, and the ship will sail automatically until you run into something. We started with... How much food did we start with? 64, 65 weeks? I think it's 50 when you have 100 men, but of course it's a little more when you have a little smaller expedition. Yep, here we are. There's a little island there. Actually, let's just drop onto the island to make sure there isn't a gold mine hidden there. Well, we get our fanfare for exploring a new world. Yeah, things are behaving themselves now. Apparently, exploration mode just doesn't like XLXE emulation mode. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, let's say 60 men, a few weeks of food. Oh, and of course, trade goods. You can't trade without supplies to trade. Okay, so here is a farming tribe. Start by amazing the natives, which should get them to back off a bit. And try to find the chief. He should be in around the middle, right near where these huts are. Advance carefully so as to not run into anyone. I think once you've amazed them, as long as they're not already aggressive, they won't bump into you themselves, but they may be a little reluctant to give you space. Let's offer some gifts. Try trading. Okay, here we go. Let's take gold and as much food as we can carry. 24 weeks is a pretty good amount. Yes, once you've traded with the village, they will give you... they'll give you villagers to go with you to help carry stuff. So that gives you more carrying capacity. Lets you explore a little further on land. Let's see, so far, not seeing much. Looks like there are a few islands to the southwest, not much else. Yeah, the map does work on a... It's not tile-based or anything, because it's on a grid system. So once you're in one cell of the grid, you can see everything that's in that cell. If you have not been to a cell, you cannot see anything in that cell, even if that cell is plainly visible from where you are. Yeah, it looks like there's just a little island here with not much on it. There might be some gold mines around. I don't know how you can tell without actually bumping into them. I'll just kind of meander around a bit and head back to the ship. So we have a small amount of gold to start with. Put the rest of our goods back on the ship. Load up the food, load up the men. And yeah, we're overloaded. Okay, so I'll leave some men and food here set up a fort. And maybe this time we'll find out what forts actually do. Now let's say 12 men with 12 weeks of food. Yeah, we'll get some more. 24 weeks. Let's make it 27. Can't do 26 apparently. So that's half a year worth of food. I'm not sure if that actually matters, or if they can get their own food, or I don't know. Yeah, we have a sizable amount of food now. 80 weeks. Yeah, don't get too close to the land or the ship will slow down in the shallows. I think I saw on the map there's a little more to the northwest. So we'll head over there. Maybe it's just an island, and yeah, it looks like it's just an island. I was thinking it might be the part of a larger landmass, but no, it looks like it's just a little thing. I'll drop some men off just in case there's a gold mine hiding here. Probably not, but you never know. Nope, it's just a small island. Load everyone back up. There should really be a menu option to load everything onto the ship. Okay, so there's our starting point. Let's see if the islands to the southwest lead towards anything. So the game information does say that the random generation is based on actual, ways that land can form, plate tectonics and all that. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it would seem that if there's a chain of islands, there's a good chance it points towards something. But I haven't found anything yet. We're at 10 degrees north and no sign of anything. Let's just keep sailing southwest, see if I bump into some more land. Right, so I was talking about the problems I was having with my computer where it just froze up and nothing worked. And yeah, it got to the point where basically I could either get it to boot up and have everything work fine by disconnecting the drive, or I could leave the drive connected and it would freeze during boot up. So that's not exactly ideal. But yeah, conclusion, dead drive. Okay, here's some land at 0 degrees. There's a little bit of thing off to the east that's, I guess, just on the edge of the tile, or the cell boundary. Let's go on land and explore. Let's not bring too much goods. Say 200. Or so. This is saying larger village. I'm not sure why I'm out of food already. Okay, Pueblo Town. So these are a little more built up, a little fancier looking. At least conceptually a more advanced civilization. I'm not sure what that means in game terms. Let's try trading. Okay. We have 3 native bearers per man. Let's take a decent amount of food and go explore inland a bit. Okay, that's all the goods I have. Okay, so yeah, let's just head inland and see what we find. Here's another town. Alright. And just head back out because I have nothing to trade. But that will register the village as exploration progress. There's some forest, plains. It looks like this is a decent sized chunk of land, so this may be the main landmass. Or there may be several main landmasses. Oh, here's a big city. Inca City. Alright, let's head back up this way, fill in a little more of the map. It would make sense to jump onto the river. Yes, yeah, you move faster on rivers. And that's the source of the river, so it won't go any further in this direction. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying and kept getting interrupted by what I'm actually doing here, the drive crashed, or failed, or whatever. I tried taking it into Micro Center to see if they could do anything with it. That's where I got the computer in the first place. But yeah, they basically just confirmed my conclusions. The drive is... it gets power, but it won't talk to anything. So basically everything that was on there and not backed up is lost, and one of the things that was not backed up was the world I was exploring. There's a random mountain in the middle of nowhere. Let's go a little to the northeast. But anyway, I got a new drive, that's in, that's all working. I've recovered what I could from backups, which is, again, most of the stuff that was important, just not some of the more recent things, including the world I was exploring. So I don't have that, I don't have the save file I was going through in Zeux's world, though I do have another clear save from before for that, so I can keep exploring the super secret stages and other stuff. So that much is good. Okay, have some decent map filled in. Let's head a little to the south, get another chunk. But yeah, computer is back up and running, everything seems to be working fine. I just lost some of the things that were more recent and not backed up. Nothing too serious, it's just like every so often I'll run into something that... Ooh, these guys are aggressive. Yeah, every so often I'll run into something where I'll go looking for something that I think I have and I don't have it, and yeah. I'm starting to reconstruct what I had, the progress I had made towards my website update. This is interesting looking. It's an Aztec city. I don't think I saw any of those in the other world I was exploring before. So Aztec cities and Inca cities look different, which, I mean, that makes sense. But anyway, I'll catch myself wanting to look at something that I had worked on before to reference how I had it done then, and then I'll remember that, oh, that's... I mean, the stuff from before isn't there anymore. That's kind of the problem. So yeah, let's leave another 12 men and half a year's worth of food. And hopefully that's enough to get me some space on the boat. Yeah, I keep trading for more food than I can actually carry with me on the ship. I'm up for 105 weeks now. That's over... yeah, that's over 2 years worth of food. I don't think I'm going to need that much anytime soon. At least not unless I get some more men. Alright. Let's see if I can trade for some gold. Oh no, I want to bring more. Okay, there we go. I want to bring more goods. if I'm going to be trading. I wonder if more advanced towns are more resistant to being amazed. It would make sense, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's an actual... Oh, is this a chief already? Oh. Okay, I've not had this happen before. Yeah, sometimes when you're nice to the locals and try to trade with them, they'll be like, hey, here, have a mission. And when that happens, you don't even need to trade. You can just take. But for now, I'll just kind of not take too much because the boat's pretty well loaded already. So yeah, that village is now a mission, which I think is good for me. More than just being able to take stuff without trading for it. I think it does something else useful. I'm just not exactly sure what. Also, what happened to the food? Wasn't I over 100 before and now it's 50 something? You know what, never mind. Maybe some got left behind. Excuse me. Yeah, maybe some got left behind because of establishing the mission. I really don't know how they work. Oh, I can't carry anymore. Yeah, without the... So without the help of the natives, a group of men can only carry enough food for a few weeks. Which is one reason to establish friendly relations. You trade with people, they'll... Back off. There you go. Offer gifts. Offer more gifts? Okay. Let's get some gold, not be too greedy. And as much food as I can trade for with the goods I have. Yeah, and keep exploring up the river. It's an area of deep canyons. That's nice. And here's the source of the river already. So that did not go very far. So there's a hole in exploration nearby. Yeah, that does the bottom half of this. Let's go here, Clark. Go in here long enough for it to be registered. Okay, head over here to get this cell of the map. Yep. Register another village. They sounded less friendly. Yeah, the louder the background noises are, the more hostile they are. At least I get that impression. Okay, let's go a little further over to fill in this cell. Yep, we got it. And a little bit down. For this one. Yeah. Alright. We're making some pretty good progress. Head up here to get this section a little further. Between the mountains. Okay, and that's all filled in. I don't think I've been to this one yet. Yeah, I think if it says we discovered, that means you haven't been there before. Alright, so the ship should be over here somewhere. It was at the mouth of the river. Up here it is. And as I recall, gold is actually pretty lightweight as far as encumbrance. Okay, only 66% full. Yeah, some of my food seems to have vanished, so I'm guessing that is related to the mission somehow. And again, I don't know for certain. All right. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to sail around the coastline and head back to Europe, and we'll call that the session. Yeah, we have a nice little coastline here. Check the map every so often. Okay, looks like I missed something in the corner here because that's where the tile division was. I'll just go enough inland to... No, and also trade with these guys. I just go far enough inland to fill in that one... There we go. Alright, try to go around these. Okay, the chief should be somewhere around... There he is. Okay. Oh, they have a lot of food and gold. Which I think you'd expect from the more built-up sounds. There we go. Alright, I could go further inland, but I was just going to sail around the edge of the continent. Get an idea of how big it is. And then head back to port. I have plenty of food. Okay. Again, don't get too close to land or it will slow your boat down. Looks like we've reached the western edge. Alright, there's a river here, which will be good to explore later. For now, I'm kind of getting ready to wrap up, so we'll save it for next time. Alright, there. Okay. Bit of an inlet. Yeah, and this is right here is the edge of this. Yeah, I'm right on the edge of where the cell boundary is. So it's a little awkward for mapping purposes. Okay. Just keep sailing around then. Alright. Okay, I can still see the edge of the land on the map. That's good. That is one issue you can have because of the way the map is divided into cells. Yeah, there it goes here. If the cell boundaries are in the wrong spot, you can have situations where you've seen land, but it's not on your map. Which gets awkward when you're checking your map later, and it looks like you just missed exploring part of it. And because ocean and unexplored look the same... Yeah. Because ocean and unexplored look the same, you can't tell if there's just a big bit of ocean sticking in the land there, or if it didn't show up on the map, or what. Okay, that should be enough to fill in this tile. Yeah. So I'm trying to get enough exploration for it to show up as being explored, basically. So I can get the outline of the continent on the map and not be missing any of the edges. Okay, here's a little inlet. There you go. It looks like this might be bigger than I expected, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It just means this will take a little while to sail around the whole thing. There's another village. Okay. Map is still mapping, that's good. Looks like the coastline continues southeast. And here it heads back north a bit. It looks like we're getting some idea of the size of this continent. And it's not like food is going to be an issue anytime soon. Yeah, the trees here look different. That's interesting. It may have something to do with latitude. We are 40 degrees south. So that's further away from the equator. It may be like a fall season. And there's something to the southwest back there. Okay, is this going to fill in? There it goes. So already it's looking like our continent is probably more extensive than the last one was. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it seems to be pretty sizable. Yeah, there's another missing chunk. Alright, let's head inland just far enough to do that. Or maybe this is a good enough. Yeah, that did it. Okay. We have a pretty nice ocean noise, actually. There's another river to explore later. Yeah, and there the trees switch over right about. Oh, I was thinking it would be when it changed from 30 to 40, but apparently not. Okay, now the missing piece is down here. Not quite good enough. Alright, we'll go a little bit inland just to fill this in. There we go. Anyway. Keep sailing up the coast. And there's another missing piece. I should probably start just ignoring them, but yeah. There we are. Yeah, it just feels bad to have a piece of the map missing like that. Okay, and I'm not seeing anything right now. Okay. Apparently the boundary was just in an awkward spot. Which, like I said, that happens sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. I understand why the map is done like this. It makes it less trouble for the system to keep track of. And of course you have limited hardware capability and storage and all that, but it's still kind of annoying. Alright. There's some swampland. Or maybe rainforest. I'm seeing a number of Inca cities around here. There's another river. And another river. So these are things to come back and look at next time. And again, there's a corner missing here. That's better. We're into 1493. I think you start in 1492. It would make sense since you're more or less Columbus, with your 4 ships sailing out of Spain. Okay. Yeah, that's filled in. Looks like this curves around here. Yeah, I'm not sure where I first encountered the landmass. It would make sense to keep track of that for next time. Okay, we're up to the equator. Here's another river. There's some more land to the north. Oh no, it's part of the same continent. And it looks like this is the boundary of map region here. Let's see if I can trade for some more gold. Alright. They're not super friendly, but not hostile either. Pretty calm. Just not sure exactly where I need to go. I'm kind of surrounded now. Oh, that's a boundary. So I need to go back to the left. See if I can circle around them. That kind of worked. More or less in the open now. Oh, here's the chief. 5 native heirs per man. Alright. Yeah, bigger towns will give you more help carrying things. Alright. So yeah, that filled in a bit more. And there's the north end. Yeah, you can see where the edges of the map cells are. Come to think of it, there's something in the manual about C for color. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Might only apply to some versions of the game, because this was released for other systems besides just the Atari. Here's a fairly large bay. Alright, we'll drop off a few and explore a bit. This looks like this is right near a boundary. Okay, a little to the north, I guess. It looks like there's still a big piece of the map missing here. Alright, maybe I can get it on ship. Come on. Well, there's still a chunk missing down there. I'm not quite sure what happened. Let's try and get it from here. I think I just need to go a bit to the west. I'm not sure what that was about. Okay, there we go. So that's all filled in. This is more or less back where I started. These sound more aggressive. Yeah, because I think the jagged looking part up there is where I first arrived in this land. So get back on the ship, see whereabouts the northeast corner of the continent was, latitude-wise. And we'll start from there next time. So... okay, so this is about 0 degrees latitude. So next time I'll sail southwest to about 0 and then head west. See about checking on my fort while I'm here. If I can find it again. There's another dot up this way. Is this the... okay. Apparently the dot is a smaller piece of... or no. There's a little more land here. Sail around this. Looks like it's probably a large island. Or not. Huh. Okay, so there's an actual peninsula here that I somehow missed earlier. Probably because I came in further to the west and just saw a piece of it in passing because of the map's tile system. I think I got to fort around here. We'll just check on that and see what they're doing. Again, assuming I can find it again. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the fort is apparently gone now. I guess they do eat their food. Which makes sense, but... seems like a fort is maybe not the best idea unless you're going to come back to it fairly quickly. I suppose that's good to know, but it's kind of a waste. So just head back to port and see what that looks like on the big map. Or the zoomed out map, anyway. Yeah, and this is 0 degrees. So, looks like I want to be more towards the south end of 0 degrees to find the northeast corner of the continent next time. Because your latitude is not precise. It displays it in 10-degree intervals, so of course there's a moderately wide chunk of map that is, yeah, that will show the same latitude. Returned home, crowds gather, hear your tales, see the wonders. Okay, it looks like there's a bit of delay between, hitting the eastern longitude and reaching the port. So apparently that's what happens if you're at the wrong latitude. You waste some time returning. And my performance is fair already, which is not great, but it is good. I'll just save it the pub. And check in at home. Okay, 34% land discovery. Yeah, there's a sizable continent in more of the southern hemisphere. There may be something more north and west. I'll have to check that out later. Anyway, 34% land, 5% Urus, 6% of the natives. No mines, 10% of the special. Mission is not showing up for some reason. Maybe you have to leave some men there to keep it going. Again, I don't really understand some of the mechanics of the game. But yeah, if this is 34% of the land, then there's going to be a significant amount that's just inland on the big continent. Okay. And I will make an emulator state save. Just in case. But loading from disk worked perfectly fine before, so it should work perfectly fine again. Just as long as I remember to back everything up, which I will do shortly after that. Okay. Well, this has been Airfelon playing the 7 Cities of Gold. We have a new world to explore, have the outline of a continent pretty well established, so that gives us some stuff to look into next time. So come back